Good evening, everyone. Good evening. How is everybody doing tonight? I hope everybody is doing well. Uh, we're having just such wonderful weather in New York, cloudy, overcast, cold. It's awesome. Love this time of year. Not really. No, no fun. No fun at all. So, anyway, hope everybody's doing well. I hope you've had a good weekend. And just a reminder especially for my hardcore preppers, I see a few of you in here already. I will be live streaming for you guys tomorrow, and I'm going to make up for not doing it Monday. I'm going to do a live stream for you guys on Monday and Thursday. So for my hardcore members, you're going to get two this week, just to make up for me being out of commission. So, but all right. So we're going to be talking about why are we letting the people that have sacrificed nothing dictate what we're going to do? And we're going to get into what I'm talking about with that in just a moment. And so we will just jump on that topic. And I definitely want your feedback on that because I think it's an important part of the whole thing overall. But before we get started, I do want to remind everybody that this is a very family friendly oriented channel. I would ask you all to please be decent in the chat and be kind to one another. No racism, no nastiness. If you cannot follow those simple, easy instructions, those awesome people that you see lit up in blue are going to boot you out of here. Okay? And we're just not going to have it. We're just absolutely not going to have it. I when I see things, I want to discuss this first because this is actually something that is, to me, being a father of an autistic child, it bothers me when I see this type of situation. But the way that the media portrays it pisses me off that much more. Okay, so we're going to talk real quick, and then we're going to get into the topic of what I wanted to talk about. So there's a young lady that was being bullied at school, and she had autism, and so she ended up killing herself. And I'm going to tell you what, anybody that says that bullying doesn't happen anymore, you're absolutely full of crap. It never stopped happening. There always is a hierarchy. I don't care what school you're in. I don't care if you're in a prep school. I don't care if you're in a public school, whatever the case may be. There's always a hierarchy. Now, when I was in school, you had your brains. This is how it broke down when I was in school. Okay, you had your brains, which was your super smart students that did everything the right way. Hey, Broken, love your channel. Thanks for all that you do. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. And thank you very much for the donation as well. So we had the brains, then you had the jocks. So obviously that's a no-brainer. They figured it out real easy. Anybody that's into athletics and sports, they were generally favored by the teachers because they kissed butt a little bit to get what they wanted and stuff like that, and because they were the athletes. And like the school that I went to was very big for football, so the football team was like everything. So those kids got away with murder. Then you had your heads, which were your partiers, right? You had your drinkers and your dopers, and those were all the heads. And those were, that if Saturday night happened and, you were on the back roads partying, you know what I mean? That's where we were. I was in that category because I was a drinker. But then you had your freaks. That's how it broke down. And you were in a group or a category, and that's where you were at. And that's just the way it was. And I didn't want to be, even though I was athletic and I liked sports, I didn't want to be with the jocks. I didn't like them. I liked the heads and, better just because of who they were. They were more real. But anyway, this girl kills herself. So what are they making it all about? Of course, they're making it all about because she was a black girl. And they said she was being bullied because of her race and everything as well, too. And I'm like so tired of it's always got to be about race, okay? And I'm going to break this down as simply as I possibly can, okay? Racism is racism. Doesn't matter what color you are, doesn't matter what background you're in, don't matter, where you're from, any of that type of stuff. Racism is racism. Every single person out there, regardless of what color you are, have dealt with racism to some degree or another. And that's just a fact. That's just a fact. So, I have a real hard time, like with the school system, dealing with my own autistic child with the school system was an absolute joke, you know, um, absolute joke. So, Northern Prepper 1, I was bullied in high school until one day I fought back. No one laughed after that. When I hit the bully, it ended after that. Exactly. When you stand up for yourself, that is when it usually stops. But unfortunately, with autistic kids, it's different. It's different with autistic kids. And, I know that, like, I very much try to protect Eddie, you know, um, from that type of situation because, and even I'll give you a good example. Just shows you to show you how ridiculous these people are. So every year we'd have a new bus driver, and Eddie was on the short bus. Everybody knows the short bus jokes, right? Because he was, being shipped to a 611 for all autistic kids. So he had a one-on-one aide on the bus, then the bus driver and stuff like that. So we get to the first day of school, and they got a brand new one-on-one aide, and so I would always go up there and talk to the bus driver and the aide and kind of give them the breakdown of, okay, this is how he is. And they were like, oh, well, we were told that he's nonverbal and he doesn't speak. I go, what are you even talking about? I mean, it's just shows you the ignorance. Automatically lumped into a category, and that he didn't talk, and that he wasn't engaging, and that he was a problem. That was, oh, they always knew that he was a problem. Well, once you got to know Eddie and got through that initial BS, he's a pretty cool kid. And it's just the way it was. But a lot of times they never took that chance. But so I never let even uh, you know teachers and stuff like that let him get away with bad behavior. It's just it was a nightmare. I will put it like this. My hats off to anybody that is dealing with a school system, and if you have an autistic child, my hat is off to you, because I know exactly what you're dealing with, the bull crap, the nonsense. They want these kids to fit inside a nice comfortable box, and that's not a reality. Every single autistic child is different. They're each unique. You can't fit them into one lump sum category. And so, but anyway, this young lady decided to kill herself because of the bullying, and I think it's horrible. I think it's absolutely horrible, and unfortunately, like I said, it has never gone away, and it's never gonna go away. And I have always hated bullies. That's you know, once I got big enough, I was usually the one stepping in to stop somebody from being that person, especially as an adult. I can't stand that, and I can't stand guys that think that they're a big tough guy with their women and they'll slap their women around, and then they think that they can do that. But as soon as you stand up to them, boy, they don't want nothing to do with a man. So yeah, it's a very sad situation, very very sad situation. So, but you know, I don't like how the media has one certain agenda, and as soon as that agenda is met, like with the latest school shooting, right? Let's talk about that, right? We got a 15-year-old kid, obviously disturbed, has some obvious issues. We don't know what, I don't know all the circumstances and everything, but he's right. Oh my goodness! So we'll parade that out there and put that all out front page, and look at these crazy white people. Say, it's if that fits the agenda. But when somebody else does a shooting, and then as soon as they find out, oh wait a minute, it's not a white dude. Ooh, we'll let that one disappear. It's ridiculous. Unfortunately, you know, yes, this mug, one day I will drink from this mug in the halls of Valhalla. That's Mountain Girl got me this mug quite a while back, and I love this mug, and that's my tea drinking mug when it's wintertime. Blank Zero says a man isn't a man if he hits a woman. I agree 100%. I agree 100%. Both of my wives were very petite, and I always used to tell people, why would I ever put my hands on her when it's a foregone conclusion who would win? It just, when you're 200 pounds and she's 100 pounds, you know, it is, you know, to me, it just, that's, why would you want to do that to somebody? First of all, why would you do that to somebody you supposedly love? That's what I don't understand either. That is definitely not love. So, but anyway, that's just, that's my take on it. And unfortunately, that is something that continues all the time. And men out there are doing that. And, very sad situation. Very, very sad situation. So, anyway, all right. Now that I've spent 11 minutes talking about this, it was something I saw that and it bothered me. And, being the father of an autistic child, it really pisses me off. The system is completely broken, and it's not anywhere near close to getting fixed. And they don't know how to deal with these kids. And if you honestly, speaking as a father of an autistic child, it was my child that had killed herself. I would have systematically hunt down the bullies unless they say they would get what they deserve. Oh, I understand. I agree with you 100%. Well, first of all, if my child had come to me and said, "Dad, I'm being bullied," that would get nipped in the butt like that, because we'd be going to school and we would be having a meeting, and it wouldn't be just the teachers and my child. It would be, let's get these other kids in here, let's get these other parents in here, because usually sometimes the parents don't know what's going on. You can't blame it always on the parents. A-hole kids are a-hole kids, but generally, you know if it quacks like a duck and it walks like a duck, and it's probably a duck. Okay, that's generally how it goes. So, but anyway, that's how I would deal with it. I would drop that down, hammer that right away. So unfortunately, a lot of these parents have zero backbone. They have none, and that's unfortunate. And that's where that old alpha male scenario actually comes in and still works. Because I'll tell you what, there was a couple different situations in school that I dealt with, not just with Eddie, but also with Heather. And when I went down there and I raised a little bit of Cain, and I didn't go down there yelling and screaming. I don't want you to think that, but I let it be known that I was unhappy about a situation and it needed to be straightened out. And guess what? It always was. And they never let me talk to that teacher, especially for Heather. Heather had a teacher. I'll tell you that story real quick, guys. Okay. So Heather comes home, and she is always straight A student. I mean, this is the way she was. She just always did the right thing. She was always a good kid. And so we had the first semester comes, and she comes home with her report card, and she's like, "Dad, this math teacher that I have this year, he just sucks. He's horrible. He doesn't teach us. If you ask him questions, all he does is yell at you." And she got her report card, and every other class that she had, she was in the mid to high 90s as far as her grades. And in this guy's class, she got a 68. Okay. So I went down to the school, and I went to my daughter's principal, because she was, I can't remember what grade she was in, maybe ninth grade at the time. And so they really didn't know me yet. They did eventually. Um, so I went down there, and I saw him, and I said, "Hey, how are you?" And he said, "Good." I said, "I want you to do something for me." He said, "Okay." Because if they bring, "What can I do for you, Mr. Carswell? What can I do for you today?" And I said, "Okay, first of all, what I'd like you to do is I want you to pull up my daughter's grades, and you tell me where there's a problem." Okay. And so he pulls her grades up, and he says, "All right, I see what you're talking about." It says, "Now," I said, "my daughter's a straight A student, has been forever." I said, "She said that she's not the only one that complains about this guy, that several students have complained about this teacher, and nothing is ever done." And you know why nothing was ever done, folks? I will tell you why. It is a little thing with the teachers union called tenure. What tenure is, once you have been established in a school for X number of years, It doesn't matter how much of a big piece of crap teacher you are, they can't get rid of you. So you have tenure. So the teachers union protects that person and they never get rid of them. So no matter how many parents complain, any of that type of stuff. So what I said to this principal, I said, I want to see him. I said, I don't care if we go down to his classroom right now or you bring him down here. And he was like, no, Mr. Carswell. He says, we're not going to do that. Right now he's teaching. I said, apparently not so well, is he? And so we had a good discussion. And the next thing I know, Heather's grades drastically improved in that class. I was shocking how that worked. But when you have a teacher that's a bully and they're protected by tenure, there is really only one way to deal with that type of person. And you have to confront that. You have to. And so when you do that, they don't expect that because they think that they're a little god in their little world, And but it changed, and and that was the end of that. And she got through that year, got through having him as a teacher, and the next year when she went on to, I think it was 11th and 12th grade was after that, right straight back to straight A's again. Imagine that! What a shock, right? But that guy was just such a jerk, and it was amazing. But they never got rid of him. He's still teaching. Last I knew, he was still down there teaching. And Heather's been out of high school for 3 years now. So but that's what happens. So anyway, just giving you that as the example. Hey, Asif, it's amazing how many parents of bullies say that he or she was just being a kid. Don't make such a big deal. If a coworker doesn't anything close to what a bully does, it's automatic fire harassment lawsuit. Oh, of course. Oh my God. In today's day and age, you can't even joke in the workplace. You can't make a joke because it will be misconstrued and there'll be a harassment and all kinds of charges brought up against you. Yeah, I agree 100%, Asim. And yeah, they say it's kids being kids. Well, like I said, you got it. Those type of situations, you really have to nip that in the butt. You really, really do. And that's just my take on that. I feel like we don't have enough people standing up. I'm going to tell you right now, okay? And this is an autistic father and a father talking about his children, okay? If you as the parent do not advocate for your children, nobody else will. Remember that. So if something is going on and your child is coming to you with issues, then you need to be the one that does something about that, because otherwise they're going to continue to go back in there. They're going to continue to be harassed. They're going to have all kinds of problems and those type of stuff. And that's a fact. So if you don't stand up for your children, nobody else is going to. So just remember that you are your child's advocate. And I just, so that's okay. Let me just take my soapbox now and I'm going to set that aside. So what do we got? 662 in the chat, guys. We're at 238 on the thumbs up. If you have not shot a thumbs up yet, please do so to show support for the channel. And I thank you ahead of time for doing that. It really does make a difference with the algorithms as well. So the more interaction we have, the better it is for the channel. So I thank you for that reason as well. So thank you for doing that. Also, I do like to see a lot of thumbs up. That's the third reason. So, hey, Red Wolves 2015. Ed, I teach school and I teach math, and I want everyone to be positive and successful in my classroom every day. And you know what, man? Thank you. I appreciate that. That's awesome. And I will tell you this. The majority of teachers, and I'm just was giving this one example of a bad teacher. So please don't think that I'm like putting all teachers into that label. My daughter had some absolutely fantastic teachers, people that she looked up to and respected. There was a couple teachers that I can think of off the top of my head. There was one teacher, and, he always wore Hawaiian shirts all the time. And Heather liked this guy so much that she started wearing Hawaiian shirts to school to emulate him. That's how much she respected this guy. But he was just a fantastic teacher, and there's plenty of them out there. There's plenty of teachers out there to give 110%. So please don't let me I don't want people to think that I'm like hammering on all teachers. I'm not. But unfortunately, like any other profession, a couple rotten apples can spoil the whole batch of a barrel of apples. And it really does make a difference. I had a teacher um, that I had a ton of respect for when I was in high school. And I would go and visit him after I graduated from high school. I saw him for several years afterwards. And then, you lose touch. It happens. Unfortunately, he's probably gone by now. But he was he was a fantastic teacher. And he gave a crap. And, and that was what I liked about him. And he was just a wonderful, wonderful teacher. And, those are the ones that make a difference in your life that you can look back. I remember another sixth grade teacher I had. His name was Mr. Abbey, and he's probably long retired, and he may even be gone now as well. But, he was very influential on me at that point when I was like 12 years old. So, but again, you don't realize how much of an impact, a positive or a negative teacher can actually make a difference in your experience of being there. So, all right. So, anyway, now that we're 21 minutes into the chat and I haven't talked about the subject at all. Sorry, easily distracted, I know. But so let's talk about the topic. Okay, let's talk about the topic. We're going to talk about people that are making decisions for us that are not affected at all by what is happening. So what do I mean by that? All right. So let's look back to this last year. Let's go back to last year when this whole pandemic thing started. And what happened? We're going to talk about what happened first. So this pandemic started. They restricted movement. They shut down businesses, of course, except, big box store businesses. We're not going to shut those down. Just all the mom and pop businesses, right? We're going to shut down all the mom and pop businesses, shut down all the restaurants. And so you had so many people lost their way to make their living. Now they're shut down and they're in their homes and they were not able to travel, not able to go do things, very restricted when you went out, if you went out. And it was a very bad situation. But who did it not affect at all? At all. It didn't affect the politicians at all. If you got, and I want you guys to remember this, okay? So out in California, they had all the restrictive stuff. And if you were going to the hair salon, you had to actually go outside and have your hair done outside and not have it done, except if you were Nancy Pelosi, right? Or other politicians like that. And oh my God, was she enraged when, she had gone into the salon to get her hair done and was given preferential treatment because of who she was, right? And somebody had videotaped that and they showed it. And, it just goes to show you the hypocrisy of these individuals who are making all these decisions. There's the rules for them, and then there's the rules for the rest of us peons. How many is a question for you? Hey, Asif, two of my best high school teachers have kept in touch. They are my Facebook friends today. Oh, very cool. And he says 3 eggs today. We'll get to the eggs later. But yes, thank you very much for that statement. And that's very cool that they are still your friends today. That's awesome. That is awesome. So look at the number of people that were affected financially due to this pandemic. Okay. Loss of job, the whole 9 yards, everything. Not one politician suffered. They still got their paychecks every week. They still got their preferential treatment. They still were able to do whatever they wanted to do while they sat and lorded over the rest of us, dictating to us what we should and should not do. Right? Am I not wrong on that? I would imagine that, I'm imagining that is pretty much accurate. You have to realize when you have no skin in a game and it doesn't affect you, you don't care. If it's something that will affect you directly, it makes all the difference in the world. It makes all the difference in the world. It's just like, guys, when I talk about, okay, no skin in the game, right? When I talk about a group, when I talk about people working together for the common good of, your group, and if you're getting together as your group and you're breaking bread, you're working on projects together and stuff like that, you now have a vested interest in that because you've got sweat equity in that project. So, it gives you a sense of pride, it gives you a sense of accomplishment and stuff like that. But when you have people that sit over here on the sidelines and nothing has affected them at all, they still go where they want to go. They still travel where they want to travel. Um, you know, they still go to conferences to talk about how, in their private jets, to talk about, what we need to do for climate change and how we need to sacrifice, but they don't. That's the hypocrisy to me of the situation. They have no skin in the game. It doesn't affect them. So, and if it was just like, who was it? De Blasio is out there dancing with his wife in Times Square when everybody else had been restricted and couldn't go there, and all those type of things. And he's walking in the park, with no mask on, of course, and all those type of stuffs when everybody else, they even had hotlines, folks. I want you to think about how ridiculous this is. They even had hotlines so that you could tell on people. You could narc on people, be the rat. Well, Mrs. Smith isn't doing this, and I'm going to call and I'm going to tell on her. I mean, this is how ridiculous this got. It's absolutely crazy. But yet these people can do whatever they want, and that's fine. So, like when de Blasio was walking through the park with no mask on and doing whatever he wanted to with his private security, isn't that nice? So, it is amazing to me. Can't get a photo with a mask on. Right, exactly. It's just insanity. It's insanity to me. And that we, the average Joe American citizen, continue to go, oh, okay. But here's my favorite. And this is my favorite. And again, guys, I'm going to tell you what, hate politics, can't stand politics. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not any of that. I don't like politics in general because they're all the same. What I love to see is every 4 years or every 2 years or whatever the case may be, we're voting these guys in because they're going to make a difference. And then nothing changes. And then we're going to vote these guys in because we're tired of these people. We want a different thing. We want it to be better. And so we're going to vote these people in. And nothing changes. Except the rich get richer, the poor get poorer, and the middle class continues to get stomped on and pay the brunt of everything. Isn't that amazing how that works? And I want you to think about it. I want you to think about that. Rich politicians are going to look out, and I want you to think about it. Don't matter if it's a Republican, don't matter if it's an independent, it doesn't matter if it's a Democrat. They're going to watch out for the special interest groups that got them elected because they still want to have that sugar coming in. They want those big political checks coming in from those big businesses that are greasing the wheels, right? Because you got to have money to grease the wheels in Washington. And you also have the rich friends that they're going to take care of. So they appoint all the rich friends in these high positions, right? And it goes on every time. And nothing changes. Life doesn't get better. I would like somebody to explain to me, and I'm just going to give a couple cities as examples. And I'm going to even give the hometown city where I grew up next to near Rochester, New York. I've lived in Rochester, New York. I've lived on the outside of Rochester for years and years and years. And it never gets better. It never gets better. Don't matter what politician that they put in there. Nothing ever changes. How is your city, if you live in the city of Rochester, if you are a citizen of the city of Rochester, if you are a citizen of the city of Baltimore, if you are a citizen of the city of New York City, Chicago, Los Angeles, right? Any of those cities. Give me any major big city. I'm just using those ones as an example. What has gotten better in the last 50 years? 50 years. We had affirmative action came in, right? So that was a good thing. That helped out, helped people kind of even the playing field a bit, which was good. I don't have no problem with that. But a lot of these people's lives never got better, never got better. And it's you keep voting the same people in, expecting different results. It's amazing to me. It is amazing to me. And doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results is a definition of insanity. And to me, it's insane that we keep putting these same type of people in over and over and over and over and over again. It is amazing to me. And there's only one politician, and I want you guys to understand something too. And when I say this, there's only one politician recently who was elected that wasn't a bought and paid for politician, but he was part of the power elite. Okay? I want you to think about it. I want you to go back. I really do. I want you guys to go back and look at the pictures of Trump with Oprah Winfrey, with Don King, with all these other leaders. And he was okay then. He was fine then, right? Rubbing elbows because he's part of that power elite, guys. He's a billionaire. So, it's not like he's some Johnny come lately that came up through the ranks and, oh, rah, rah, rah him. His dad was rich, and that's how he became rich. Now, he got more rich, obviously. But what people don't understand is these people, they're all in the same circle. They're all in the same circle. And they're always going to watch out for their own people. They ain't watching out for us. We're not part of their group. We never are going to be part of their group. What we have to understand is that the political system is broken. It has been broken for a very, very long time. In voting 4 years from now for a Democrat or a Republican, it is not going to make any bit of difference in the world. It's not going to make any bit of difference in the world. It's really, really not. So, yeah, one big party and we aren't invited, and that's exactly it. And here's the sad thing, and I want you to think about this too. So let's say, and it happens, honest politician gets elected, right? Honest politician gets elected. Well, once you get into that cesspool called Washington, D.C., and you get down there, they find out really quickly, you better play ball. Because if you don't play ball, you're going to have a 4 short year run and you're out, or they're going to get you for some kind of political corruption or something. You will be removed if you don't play ball. That's the reality of it. That's the reality of it. And when you are in a situation and you're having more money thrown at you than you've ever seen in your life, it can corrupt people. It does. It happens. You look at guys. Look at I'll give an example of Vitalis. Remember that guy from YouTube way back in the day? He was like really, really big. He was making serious freaking money off of YouTube and all that type of stuff. Had millions of followers, and he was outrageous and sensational and all that type of stuff. Went to his head. He got caught up in his own ego, and that's and that's what happens. That's what happens. Brad Hall, it is not time for egg count yet. You're like more than 10 minutes early. Now, come on. Let's have some patience. But anyway, so these people, and I want you guys to remember this, they don't care about us. They really don't. So we got to watch out for each other. And that's what I'm all about. I really, when I talk about groups and that type of thing, if you can have the right group of people working together, there's no stopping you. You can accomplish anything you want to accomplish, and you can make all of your lives better. It's amazing what happens when, you really don't put limits on yourself and realize, oh my God, if we do this and we live like this, our lives are going to be better. I'm going to tell you right now from my own experience, guys, when I made the move out here and I moved off grid, and yeah, it was tough. It was not easy, but I knew that if I followed my path of what I wanted to do out here, that life would get better. and it has. Less stressful, and it has. You still have to deal with trolls, of course. That's always part of it. People trying to get you in trouble. That's going to always be part of it because people are jealous. They're petty. They wish they could do what you are doing, but don't have the balls to do it. And so they're going to try to derail you if they can. That happens. That happens. Somebody said, let's hit 700 thumbs up. What are we at? 391. All right, let's do this, guys. Since we'll make that push. We'll see how close. Let's call 700 as the goal for today. And so we're at 399. So if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I'm going to ask you to please shoot a thumbs up to show support for the channel. And thank you very much ahead of time. I do appreciate that. It really does make a difference also with the algorithms. The more interaction that we have on the channel, the better it is for the channel. So I thank you for that reason as well. Also, again, I do like to see a lot of thumbs up. So that is, another part of it. There's a breeze blowing. It actually feels good. Hold on a second. I don't have that fan on, but this is starting to get warm. Again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you subscribe. Hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. So real quick, I want to just mention, I'm still doing my sale on my website right now. Yeah, John has a long mustache. That's right. The chair is against the wall. Also, still doing my sale with the Legacy freeze-dried food on my website, preppernurse1.com. If you go there, click on store, it will drop down. You'll see Legacy Foods. You click on Legacy Foods, it'll take you to the store within the website. What we have available is there, so definitely take advantage of that, okay? Also, excuse me. Also, 25-year shelf life, GMO-free, gluten options available for people that need that. It is also vegetarian. Beef and chicken options can be purchased separately. So if you decide to make a purchase, when you check out, 20% will come off your purchase, and that sale will be ending a week from today. So I think that's the 12th, and so that is when the sale will be ending. Okay, so definitely take advantage of that. It's a good thing to have in your preps. Diversified preps are a good thing. So also, we have the Forefathers, which is a CBD and hemp store on my website, so definitely check them out as well. If you go there, you'll see their logo. You click on that, it will take you to their website. Once you're on their website, if you decide to make a CBD or hemp purchase, when you check out, make sure you use a discount code PrepperNurse1. You'll save yourself 15% on your purchase. Last but not least, we have the PN1 community on my website. It is free to join. You do have to register, but no credit card information is asked. It's a resource that we've set up for you guys to connect with like-minded people, so definitely take advantage of that. All right? So I'm sure Legacy Foods are wonderful, but they're too expensive for me. What a shame. Life's a beach, you know what? But you got to understand something. They are the largest portion size also of any of the other freeze-dried food company. So if you compare that with what you're actually getting, they're comparably priced. They really, truly are. And like I said, I don't sell anything that I don't stand behind. And so that is why that's why I do what I do with them. And I back them all the way. They're awesome. I see you're keeping your beard trim. This is, yeah, no bushfires. Exact. Yeah, I've kept it tighter this year. Usually I grow the beard out in the winter. I just didn't do it this year for whatever reason. Too many people were telling me, no, we like it nice and trimmed up. So I kind of let it go and let it be trimmed up this year. I don't know. Maybe next year I'll grow it out. Who knows? Especially if I'm down in West Virginia for the winter. That way, if I'm in the mountains, I can be a true mountain man, right? With my big old beard. So, anyway, yeah, I gotta tell you, this is so funny. I have a nephew, my daughter's son. Not let me rephrase it. My sister's son. All right. I haven't talked to him since he was 18 years old. A lot of issues there. Can't even begin to tell you how many issues and stuff like that. So Jeannie, his brother, you guys have met Jeannie. She says to me, it's so funny, Uncle Eddie. She goes, Adam can't stand you. And I've never done nothing to this kid, nothing, right? She goes, Adam can't stand you, but he looks just like you. He now shaves his head, and he's got the big old beard. He like when I had my beard, like here, like that. When I had my beard, he's got the big old beard going. And she goes, he looks just like you. She goes, it's so funny. And I said, well, that's family. You just, that's what happens. But it's I saw a picture of him today, and he's got the big beard going, and so I just thought that was very funny. And like I said, he shaves his head now too, which is kind of funny too. So very interesting. Family dynamics are definitely unique, I guess is the right word. So all right. So anyway, now that we're talking about absolutely nothing, so I'll tell you what, we'll do this real quick. How is Mom and Becky doing, Ed? They're doing good, Cherokee man. Thank you for asking, man. I do appreciate you asking. Mom and Beck are doing fantastic. Becky did get the rest of her wood stacked up, and of course, I had to bust her chops. I walked in and I go, man, Beck, I go, you did such a great job of stacking that wood, and she was like, all proud of herself. She said, well, thank you. I says, you know what? I think I'll let you stack your wood from now on. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I don't mind helping my family out. I don't. So, but normally I would have stacked that wood for her. I just this week has not been a week where I was in the right frame of mind to be doing that, and it needed to get done. And so she got out there and she did it. So I'm actually very proud of her. She did a good job. So, but no, I would never say, okay, yeah, we'll do all your own from now on. That's not, But I'll tell you what, I'm very, very fortunate. I have a good family. I like having my family around. It definitely makes a difference. We watch out for each other. It's just not me watching out for them. They watch out for me as well. So, one hand does wash the other, and makes a difference. And that's family. That's what family does. It's like, just even like with some of the guys that I've met, through the channel, through the years and stuff like that, they're family. They're my brothers. Eric, he obviously he's my brother. There's no doubt about that. Okay, that's just one example. My buddy Reese, down in South Carolina. There's another one. And I've met some new guys, obviously, with the acquisition of the land in West Virginia, and I'm sure that we're going to be building that bond as well. And that's what it's about. It's about building that bond and that brother and sisterhood, and working together and calling these people family. That's what it's. That's what I want people to understand. I'm going to tell you, I've done 2 prepper get-togethers now, and I went to a third one, and I went to pinballs get-together this year. And one thing that I have found with all of the 2 that I did, and the one that I went to with pinballs, is everybody is in the same mindset. It doesn't matter what part of the country that they were coming from, or who they were. We're all able to have great conversations and like-mindedness. And I couldn't tell you the number that said it's so nice to sit down and talk to somebody about these things and not be called crazy. And that's what it's about. It's surrounding yourself with people that are going to lift you up and enlighten you, and be on that same wavelength that you're on. And it is amazing how that works. Absolutely amazing. So puppies, I got one right here. Who we got? Miss Pandora. I'll show you right now real quick. Miss Pandora's down there, sitting there, and then over there is Mr. Max, of course, sleeping away. I'm sure the other ones are right over there. So yeah, they are not far away from me, that is for sure. They are not far away. All right, well, why don't we do this real quick, guys, because we're close enough to that time. It's 44, and we do normally do it at 45. Let's go ahead. I'd like to visit you sometime and helping in building in New York or West Virginia, if not too far from Northern Virginia. Robert Clancy. Robert, do me a favor. Shoot me an email at preppernurse1@yahoo.com. Give me your phone number, man. I'll give you a call and we can talk. Okay, so we'll go from there. So, okay, egg count. Let us give you guys a second here to get your guesses up. Give you just a minute. give you guys a minute to get your guesses for the egg count. All right. If you had the same exact guess as T. Stewart with a bunch of lazy chickens, one egg today. That's all we had. I was like, are you serious? One egg. Unbelievable. It just, it's cold and they're like not doing it. But yeah, it just, unreal. I'm like, what's going on with these chickens? So, yeah, I figured it would be low with the weather. Yeah, the weather definitely makes a difference, guys. I tell you what, it makes a difference. You know what? Like I said, and I've told you before. People talk, oh, we'll do artificial light. They're not getting enough light, and they'll lay more if you. I'm not going to do that to the chickens. They're going to give me what they're going to give me, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm not going to worry about it. Like I said, I'm just going to take care of them, and they give me enough pleasure and enjoyment watching them and them doing their thing and that type of stuff. So, but nope, just it's and I'll tell you what, the chicken coop is solid. There's no breezes going through that chicken coop. They are they're doing just fine as far as that goes. So they're fun to watch. They are a trip and a half. The dynamics of them, watching Goliath and Foghorn Leghorn go at it. It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. So, at what temp do you consider extremely cold? Now, so there's a difference between cold temperatures. I can deal with cold temperatures. I don't mind cold temperatures. What I mind is when it's really cold and then the wind's blowing. And when the wind's blowing and it's really cold and it cuts right through you, that's when it sucks. So what I would consider really cold, once you get down, you're down about 0 and Fahrenheit, and and then you got a good wind blowing with that. That is the worst. To me, it's the worst. It could be 0 out, and it's you get out there and you're breathing, and you can feel it in your breath. And as long as there's not a wind blowing, it's not bad at all. It's really not that bad. But when you get out there and that wind is cutting, and it could be 20 degrees and that wind is cutting, it just sucks. That's when it's no fun. That's when it's no fun. So wind chill can be very, very dangerous. Yep, very, very dangerous with a wind chill. So I mean, like today when I did my video outside earlier today, I even had said there's no wind today, which is nice. It's not bad. So like I said, it can be cold, but with no wind, it's not like you're going, oh my God, this sucks. So yeah, thick neck is doing fine. She just, like I said, she does not lay in the wintertime. She just does not lay in the winter. That's just the way she is. And what are you gonna do? Yvonne, it was one egg today. We ended up with only one egg. But I want to remind you guys, it's, and I know I repeat myself a ton, and I'm going to always continue to repeat myself, but I think it's for a reason, okay? It's very easy to get despondent. It's very easy to get depressed. I mean, this type of year, especially if you live in the Northeast with the weather, it's overcast day after day after day, and then once in a while, the sun comes out and it's like, oh my God, the sun, I can't believe it. It's very depressing. So it can drag you down. It really can. And then especially if you're feeling under the weather, it doesn't make it it doesn't make it better. But we all need to continue to stay focused, stay on path, stay on point, if you will. I want you to realize a lot of these distractions that are out there, they're being done for a reason. They want to keep us distracted. They don't want us to pay attention to what's really going on. And if we can continue to stay focused and not, get sucked in by the nonsense. I mean, it amazes me how more people, I'll be honest with you, it amazes me how more people haven't said, I cannot believe this crap. I'm not dealing with it anymore. I gave up television 7 years ago when I moved out here. I gave away all of my TVs that I had, and I've never had a television since I've been out here. And I don't miss it. I don't miss it at all. The nonsense that was constantly being perpetuated on the news and the commercials, and I used to think, do they really think that we're that stupid? But they do. It's a dumbing down of things. It's the absolute dumbing down. And when you have the society that, like I said, you get a participation trophy, and if you don't put any effort in, it's okay. That's not life. That's not reality. So you want to be successful. You want something to happen, and I'll tell you, and I will always be a huge advocate of this. The only person stopping you is you. That's it. You know, uh, Stop making excuses. And I talked about that in a video just the other day. Don't make excuses. Realize that the only person holding you back at any point in time in your life is you. That's it. You know what? Life circumstances, things happen, and I get it. You know what I mean? I get it. But even if you've been handed some, really bad luck, and maybe you've been to prison or whatever the case may be, that doesn't define who you are. That doesn't say that this is this person and they're always going to be a scumbag now because they were in prison. It doesn't work like that. We all have made mistakes. Some of us got caught, some of us did not. Okay. And that's the reality of it. I'll tell you what, very, very fortunate. I was very, very fortunate that I didn't get caught for some of the stuff that I did when I was younger. Because I will tell you right now, I won't get into details of what I've done or stuff like that, but I would have gone to prison. I'll just put it like that. I would have absolutely gone to prison, but I didn't get caught. Okay. Made some stupid mistakes, but I matured. I got older. I changed the way I looked at things, the way I did things. I decided to make some decisions to better my life. And it's amazing. It is amazing when you come to that realization within yourself that you want to do better or you want to be better, and you make that happen. It's amazing how that can happen and how things can turn around for you. It is unbelievable how it works. And that's reality. We all come up to crossroads, right? So here's the road and it forks. If we go this way on that road, it's going to take us down this path. And if we go that way on that road, it's going to take us down that path. Now, who's going to determine what's the proper path to take? You have to make that decision. And you know what? Most of you out there are probably smart enough to figure out which path you need to take. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. So I was wearing my flip-flops, formerly called thongs, with my socks. I never got that. Okay, I'm sorry, no judgment. Not giving you no judgment here, but I never could understand that. You're walking around in a pair of flip-flops and you got a pair of socks on. Never made any kind of sense to me. It's just, I don't know, just curiosity. It amazes me. Or, and this is one I don't get either. You're wearing shorts, right? And again, maybe you're wearing your flip-flops and you got black socks on. What is that? Why? What's wrong with you? Did you not look in the mirror? I don't understand it. I don't understand. Maybe I'm old school, look at things differently. I don't get it. Ed, is it wrong if I change the signs at the fork in the road? No, not at all. You can change the signs. But, oh yeah, and the fanny pack. I never really got the fanny pack either. I mean, for grandma to have the fanny pack, I get it. That's fine. Grandma could have the fanny pack. That's fine. And okay, guys, and this is, please, no hate because of this comment, okay? No hate, please. Spandex should have a weight limit. All right. Now, some of y'all out there, you know who you are. Should not be wearing spandex if you are at a certain weight level. Shouldn't do it. Just look in the mirror. No, please. For the rest of us. Okay? Please. I don't know. I don't get it. Oh my God. There should be, though. And an age limit, too. It depends. EV3 Dale, that's a good point, but it depends. If she's a really hot grandma Now, I've seen some pretty hot grandmas that can pull off some spandex. Now, I've seen some other ones that no, you know, it's like they're looking like they're trying to jam 10 pounds of crap in a 5-pound sack. Just saying. Just saying. Some things are not flattering at certain points in our lives. We have to realize that. Oh, we're talking about how spandex should have a weight limit for people wearing spandex.
Spandex should have a weight limit for people
Yes.
wearing spandex.
Yes.
Circular sentence there.
Thank you. Look who is here. It is Heather with her little black kitty, Miss Stella.
Who was asleep in my laundry basket.
Ah. So you thought you'd bring her in and say hello, huh?
Good.
Guys, if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I would ask you to please do so to show support for the channel, and thank you ahead of time. And it really does help with the algorithms as well. So the more interaction that we have for the channel, it pushes us up higher in rankings. And our goal is 700 today. So we got we're at 534, so we got like 160 something to go. So if you have not shot that thumbs up yet, please do so to show support for the channel. Again, it really I like to see a lot of thumbs up as well. So that's obviously part of the game. So I thank you for that reason as well. Heather, please help your father is talking about women's clothing. All right, Pamela Share, we're going to get back into that in a second. I got something else to say. Do you believe in spandex control measures? Yeah, right. Exactly. Exactly, Asif. So again, also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you subscribe. Hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. All right, now some of you have been out there, and I know y'all have, because we've all been there, in Walmart. And we've seen some of the people and some of the clothes some of you have worn when you've gone to Walmart. All right. And I oh, there she goes. I never could understand what some of these people are thinking. I like me and Heather will go, did they look in the mirror? First of all, color coordination is a thing, folks. It really is. Okay. So you can look at yourself and say, does this look good? And if your answer to yourself is, probably not so much, you probably shouldn't wear it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Pajamas in Walmart. That's another one that I don't get that either. I don't get that either. That's just being lazy. That's just straight up laziness.
You never know who you're going to run into.
Right. You never know who you're going to run into.
What if there's someone scouting for people that want to be an actor and you fit the bill perfectly, but because you look terrible, they're not going to pick you out? You know?
You never know.
Things could happen.
Or the pants around their thighs. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense either. It doesn't make any sense either. Yeah, I don't know. Randy Roman. Sad thing is that, yes, they looked in the mirror and thought, yeah, I look hot. Yeah, you're right. The sad thing is you're right. They're delusional. Some of these people are. So, oh, and Speedos. Yeah, there should be definitely a weight limit on Speedos as well. Yeah, sir. Skinny jeans for certain dudes should not be wearing, like, I should not be wearing skinny jeans, and I'm not going to wear skinny jeans. You're not going to see me wearing skinny jeans. That's not a look for me. Okay? It's not going to happen. I'm not hip. Not anymore. Haven't been hip for a long time. I'm just me. I dress up for Walmart, the fishnet bodysuit. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I got to have fun with it. But no, I just...
Well, you guys have fun here.
All right. Well, thank you for stopping in and saying hello.
Yeah, I want to bring the baby one.
So, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, and then heaven forbid, if you say anything about anybody in today's day and age, well, then you're fat shaming somebody or whatever the case may be. The reality is, not everybody has a glandular problem. They don't. That's the reality. And I'm gonna tell you what, I like to eat. I will not lie. I definitely like to eat. I just, you have to, once you get to a certain point, and when I get to a certain point, I look at myself and I go, okay, that's enough. I got to do something about that. Yeah, I'm a Wrangler kind of dude too. Yeah, give me my Wrangler jeans. I'm a jeans and t-shirt guy. Always have been. Always will be. So, yeah, that's just, but no, I went from, so you get to a certain age. Okay. So I'll tell you how it worked for me. used to always tuck in my shirts, always tucked in my shirts. Well, once you get to a certain age and you got a little bit of extra in the gut area, you stop tucking in your shirts because it doesn't look flattering anymore. So you have to let the shirt kind of hang there. That's a tip for you younger guys. Remember that now. Somebody that's been there can tell you. You gotta just let it hang out. Let that shirt hang out. Oh my God, gym shorts. I remember back. Well, you look at the shorts back in the day, how short they were. So, except for when it's warm and you're just a jeans kind of guy, Ed. Hey, I'll tell you what. 100 degrees. I had people say to me, "Do you ever wear shorts?" Very rarely. Very, very rarely do I wear shorts. Just not. I always tuck in my shirt, but I use suspenders to hold up my torso. Oh my God, that's or trousers. That's awesome. Yep, yep. I know a lot of guys do that too. They tuck it in and they got the suspenders over there. That's funny. Yeah, but yeah, that's very funny. Yeah, super short shorts and very tall socks. Yeah, that was back in the day. That was how it was. Crazy. Too funny. Look, thinking back, well, look at bell bottoms. I mean, I wore bell bottoms. Late 70s, bell bottoms were huge, man. You were cool. If you were wearing bell bottoms, you were absolutely cool. Stonewash jeans, of course. Oh, absolutely. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm definitely dating myself now. But oh, thank you, Samantha. Yeah, this mug actually was given to me by Mountain Girl, and because I like everything with the Vikings and Valhalla and all that type of stuff. That is why my girl Hella is named Hella. She is named after a goddess, and there was a couple other names that I had looked at that when I was getting ready to name her, but Hella was very cool, and I had never heard anybody with a dog named Hella before. And of course, I got the crap of, oh my God, well, Hela's the goddess of the underworld. It's an easy name to pronounce, and that's one of, and plus she's still a goddess. So, and if you guys know my Hella, she is she's just a big baby. She is a big baby. So, seriously, you don't wear shorts? Not really. Mm-mm. Generally, and the reason why I don't wear shorts is because I'm always outside doing something. If it's at the beach, that's something different. Generally, it's a swimsuit. Then you're wearing your swimsuit. But but if I'm outside and I'm doing something, I generally wear pants because I'm in the brush and I don't want to get all my legs all scraped up and crap like that. So I've always just worn pants. So, but yeah. But anyway, baby girl Hella, she knows that she's a very gentle-natured dog. She's an awesome dog, very protective, very protective. And as she continues to get bigger, she gets more. She gets more protective, which is good. That's what you want. That's why you have those type of animals. But she's not overly vicious or aggressive, which is also a good thing. Ed, your dog is beautiful. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. She's a gorgeous, gorgeous dog. And just, it's so funny because it's like she'll stand and she'll put her paws here on my shoulders, and she's looking me right in the face, and the way that she looks. The way that she looks at me with just such love is just it's amazing. And even Caesar and Pandora, they're the same way. But Pandora, when she jumps up, she's hitting my belly. All right, so what we're going to do now, guys, while we're been wrapping away here, we're going to give some shout outs to some other channels because it is that time. It's actually past that time. So let's go ahead and do that now. Again, we're at 583 on the thumbs up. The goal is 700. So let's see how much closer we can get to that thumbs up goal tonight, just for fun, of course. So if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, please do so to show support for the channel, and thank you ahead of time. Also, it definitely helps with the algorithm. So the more interaction we have, the better it is for the channel for that reason as well. So I thank you for that reason as well. And of course, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you subscribe. hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. All right, so let's get started. We have the couple down in Panama, the nomadic movement. I like them. They're a young couple that just had a baby. Hey, Jeff Emery, keep doing what you're doing. You rock it. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Um, but they're really nice couple, and I definitely want you guys to go and support them. Like I said, they're doing their thing down in Panama, and they're actually putting a community together down there with a lot of different like-minded people, which I think is amazing to do, and it's cool to see it come together. And when I'm doing this same thing down in West Virginia this year coming up, you guys are going to get to watch that and watch that developed as well, which will be really fun as well. So, all right, so there's them. The nomadic movement is one. Also, Icky Can up in Canada. A friend of mine is a good dude. I would ask you to go support him as well. Also, Sean James with the Sean James channel and my Self-reliance. Really good dude. And, he's just real down to earth, nice person. So definitely support him as well. And it's amazing to watch him build. Crazy to watch him build. We have Doug and Stacy. And if Doug could keep his fingers, that would be great. You need all 10. It helps. So stop trying to cut your fingers off, Doug. But, they're good people. Definitely support their channel as well. You have Marfugal News out on the West Coast with Adam and Dax. Good people as well. Definitely show them support. We have Magic Prepper in North Dakota. We have Wrangle Star out west as well. He's another good dude. Let's see. We have, there is Corporal's Corner, Bjorn Hansen. There is Prepper Nation. Let's see. We have Alaskan Prepper, awesome guy over there, just the most down to earth individual you probably ever wanted to see. Deep South Homestead as well, great channel there. Bushcraft Bear over in the Canary Islands in La Palma. He's a trip and a half. He's a really good guy, very down to earth, very humble. I like him, and he's giving us those daily updates of what's happening over there. The Uneducated Economist, Bush Radical, Girl in the Woods. They're really a nice couple as well, and they both have their own channel. Alaskan Granny, Ice Age Farmer, another really good channel. Excuse me. Angry Prepper down in New York City. Pinball Preparedness, also Green Greg's, another great channel. Good guy, very laid back. 80K Man up in the Adirondacks. Let's see. We have Autumn's Backyard Garden. Okay, I really haven't seen that one, but I will have to check that out. I definitely will have to check. Southern Prepper 1 is another channel. Good dude. Really just a lot of good information from there as well. We have Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project. Then also we have Suspicious Observers, another channel. A lot of great information out there. A lot of stuff to watch. The Green Dream Project out in Arizona. They are awesome as well. Nice couple. And there's so many good channels out there. So much good information. And I really think, like I said, we should all be supporting each other. And, that's what it's all about. And lifting each other up and not trying to beat each other down and saying negative things about each other. You know what I mean? It's counterproductive. Like I said, we should all be supporting each other. So, but anyway, so that's Bizarre is a Jizza with his channel. A lot of good information over there as well. So definitely check him out. He gives the Carrington Chronicles. Man, I wish I could speak. The Needy Homestead, another good channel. But yeah, there's a Survival Lily. Yep, another one. There's so many good channels out there. A lot of great information. We should definitely take the different information. Gray Man Prepping is another one that just pops into my head off the top there. A lot of good information out there. Like I said, we should be supporting each other, and that's the best thing that we could do. All right, so that is that for now. But anyway, anybody got a couple of any quick questions? Because then we're going to get into the next thing here, because the time is definitely getting away from us. We're at 622 on the thumbs up, still setting the goal for 700. And so hopefully we can blast through that tonight. So again, if you haven't shot that thumbs up yet, Ed, has solar panels and batteries increased? I don't know if it, and I haven't really checked recently. Wouldn't surprise me if they do continue to go up in price. Solar panels themselves have actually come down. They've actually come down. So, you know, when I first started buying solar panels, they were a lot more expensive. So the price of panels have definitely come down. What is the best solar generator? You know what? I have no idea, Deb. I've never used a solar generator. So I know some people that have with success and other people that have used them without success. So I've never gone that way. I've always had, my entire system being off grid. So I don't really know. The wiring has definitely gone up. Yes. If you're trying to buy copper, I'll tell you right now, RV Source, that's a great point. Great point. The copper that you're going to need to run your lines, that's gotten more expensive. And that's going to be what it's going to be. When you are looking to put in a system, don't go cheap. All right. This is the one thing for advice that I promise you, listen to me. When you're putting in your solar systems, don't go cheap. So thoughts on the fact that in the 15 to 20 years that robots and AI could be doing 30% of the world jobs, job security isn't very secure. Yeah, you're right. You look at, even productions in manufacturing now with making cars, how many robotic stuff that they use that they don't have to have people to use it for anymore. You eliminate a lot of jobs doing that. And big business, if they can have a machine do it, machine doesn't call in sick, machine don't want to raise. That's exactly true. So you have to look at where you're going to put your efforts and what you want to accomplish, and so plan accordingly. That would be my advice to anybody on that. But no, when it comes to with solar and everything like that, guys, don't go cheap. Because you're going to end up spending the money down the road. You really, really will. You want to go lithium ion for your batteries. It's a better battery. It's a better shelf life, more cycles for your batteries, and it's just better overall. So I definitely would encourage you to go that way. But yeah, 80K man says exactly. I learned don't go cheap. I've learned myself. You start out, starting out, you don't know. You start out with cheaper products and you realize really quickly when you go cheap, it is not as efficient and it doesn't work as well and it's not going to last as well. So the more, you put into something, the better it's going to be. So I don't even screw around anymore. When I buy something, as far as like even with solar panels, guys, I know a lot of people will go out and they will buy used solar panels, and that's your choice. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm not going to tell you what you should or shouldn't do. I would rather, me personally, in my own personal opinion, I would rather buy a brand new, have it, not buying somebody else's flaws, somebody else's broken product, or something that's not as working as well. So I would rather go ahead and buy something quality wise, and in that way, that's how it goes. So that's where I'm at with that. And again, the prices of solar is not that expensive as it used to be. So, but yeah, be a nurse, folks, always going to be sick. Yeah, it's about right too. You get everything. That absolutely is a true statement there. All right, so let us do this real quick, guys. We are legion. We are many. We're all over the planet. We're a huge family. We're a huge network. Let's see, what are we at? 638. We got to get them thumbs up. We got to get them up to 700. So where's everybody from tonight? So again, let's shoot those thumbs up. Let's get that up there. We have Syracuse, New York, Montreal, Quebec, Canada, upstate South Carolina, Christmas Valley, Oregon, Georgia, Grand Rapids, Michigan, Nowhere, Oklahoma, Rochester, New York, Mesa, Arizona, Pennsylvania in the wilds, Central Missouri, Nebraska, Iowa, Austin, Texas, Georgia. We have, let's see, Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, Stark County, Ohio, Palmer, Alaska, very nice, welcome, Central Iowa, Kentucky, New Mexico, Raleigh, North Carolina, Central West Virginia. We have Lion Mountain, New York, Wyoming, Central Virginia, Denver, Fort Range, Colorado, if I saw that right. If I didn't, I'm sorry. Sioux City, Iowa, Detroitish, Michigan, Ulster Park, New York, Beech Grove, Indiana, Cincinnati, Ohio, Inverness, Florida. Hey, Clyde, how you guys doing? I hope you guys are well. Ocean Park, Washington. We have Belgium in the house. Oakfield, New York. Soon Off Grid in Arizona. Very nice. Good luck with that. Brookings, southern coast of Washington. Let's see. Santa Barbara, California, Wisconsin, Winchester, Virginia, St. Augustine, Florida, North Highlands of California, East Texas, Maryland, soon Dallas, Texas. Congratulations on that. Northern Ontario, Canada, Melbourne, Australia. Philip, I was wondering where you were. Man, you're way behind the 8 ball today, my friend. Brookings, Southern Coast, Oregon. Kathy, welcome. El Monte, California. Glad to have you here. So again, guys, huge family, huge network of people. We are all over the place. We are a huge family. We are the ones, you know. I know Philip wasn't first tonight, JJ. What's wrong with him? He's slacking over there, Philip. Very disappointed in you. I'm going to expect a better effort next time, Philip. I really am. We're watching. Okay. So, but yeah, we're all over. We're the ones that have been awake, and we're the ones that can make a difference now by trying to help continue to wake up other people. And also, in a post-event, we're the ones that are definitely going to be making a difference. So what do we had? 656. We need 44 more for 700, guys. So let's get those thumbs up there. Again, it really does help with algorithms too. So the more we get, the better it is for the channel. And I thank you for that reason. And of course, if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel and get the bell notification for all notifications as well. Or hit the all for the bell notifications. Man, I wish I could talk sometimes. So, well, I can, but sometimes it's like, diarrhea of the mouth. It just doesn't, it gets jumbled up in there. So anyway, guys, I want to thank my moderators who do an absolutely fantastic job keeping the chat clean. You guys are amazing. So thank you all for what you do. Very much appreciated. Keeping the chat clean and stuff like that, it makes a big difference. It makes it a more enjoyable experience for everybody. And I do appreciate that. I appreciate all of you guys being here. It definitely makes a difference as well. And I appreciate your support. You guys are amazing. And I'm telling you what, I am already, I know we're not even, we're early December. I am chomping at the bit for the spring to get here so I can get down to West Virginia and get started. I really cannot wait. I really can't. I think we're going to have quite an experience down there. I think it'll be very, very interesting. We're going to get a lot of stuff done. And, you're going to see some cool stuff. You're going to definitely see some cool stuff in West Virginia. And especially when I start digging out the root cellar, that is going to be quite the project. And that is going to be something else in itself. So, but anyway, I want spring to go paddling. 80K man, go paddling now. It's okay. You can go paddling now. So, anyway, what are we at? 679. We had 21 more, guys. 21 more thumbs up. So first of all, remember, we are all in this together. Okay. We are one race called the human race. As soon as we can figure that out, we are going to be in such better shape. We got to stop letting them continue to manipulate us, continue to play games with us. I think more and more people are waking up to it, and so they're desperate. They want to keep stirring that pot. They want us all fighting each other and hating each other and never focus on the real problems, which is always going to be big business and the government. Those are the two biggest problems. And if we can focus on that, we're going to be in much, much better shape. Also, remember, hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so it's really important to tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. What are we at? 687. 13 more, guys. 13 more thumbs up. Let's get that before we jump off of here. Got to hit 700 just for the fun of it. So please shoot that thumbs up if you haven't done so already. Also remember, guys, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to do, whatever you are trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only person that can stop you from reaching those goals, it doesn't have to be about prepping. It doesn't have to be about living off grid. It can be whatever you are trying to accomplish. The only person that can stop you from reaching those goals is you. That's it. Nobody else. Stay positive. Stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. You really will. Stay away from people that tell you what you cannot accomplish. We had 696. 4 more, guys. 4 more. We need 4 more. Again, don't let people tell you what you can't do. Set your goals, make them happen, show them you can do it. And it's as simple as that. Here we go. 701 now. Awesome. I knew you guys could do that easy. I knew you could do it. Even when we made the goal earlier in the stream, I said, they can get 700, no problem. Mickey Murphy says, oh my God, I was 700. Very cool. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. Now we're up to 705. Awesome. So guys, listen, continue to prep, continue to get ready. Don't stop. Don't. Just keep doing what you can do. Continue to get ready. Whatever's going to happen around the world is going to happen. Don't get caught up in the bullcrap. Don't send your children off to fight somebody else's wars overseas and have them die someplace for nothing. Think about that. I mean, I know I do. I do. So stay safe. I will see you guys. Keep prepping. And I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great night. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.